Okay, you're very welcome along to the podcast, Graham.
Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm doing your course at the moment in the NLP practitioner course. It's really good.
Yeah,
Like you're a really good instructor. Really good. Really helpful. Like it's really good.
fantastic. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the course, and hopefully it's some help to you as well.
Yeah, yeah. So can you tell the listeners a bit about yourself and one of your interests in NLP?
Yeah, sure. Well, my interest in NLP started a long time ago. I was about 20 years ago. I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and stress all at the same time,
Oh God.
and I got given a prescription for some medications, which I didn't particularly want to take because I felt I didn't know enough about those conditions at the time to
Yeah.
take them. So I went on a bit of a journey on my own, and I discovered life coaching from
Mm,
that on along that journey, and that led me into NLP. And kind of about, I suppose, 18, 19 years now of looking at NLP, of studying it, of working with it, has led me to a really good place. And I know how powerful it can be to help
yeah.
people out.
Yeah, it's great, absolutely great. Because I actually stumbled across it by mistake and by accident. I was listening to a radio station in Dublin, and it was basically saying that this guy called Owen Fitzpatrick, he does podcasts and like he kind of opened me up a lot of stuff like reading, got involved in reading, and obviously I took your course on it, which is really helpful for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 it's I mean, it's been around for a long time, but lots of people still don't know about it.
yeah,
And a lot of the training courses tend to be very expensive. If you go to an in live, a live training course in
yeah,
a hotel, well, depends if you can do with the current situation around the world, but
of
when you
course.
can, you're talking thousands of pounds just for the practitioner course,
Yeah,
let alone for the
yeah,
master practitioner.
mm,
And that's not why I want people to have. I had to spend those thousands of pounds because
yeah,
there was no other way. There wasn't video courses at the time.
yeah, yeah,
I firmly believe in this information should be around for everybody to learn when they find
yeah.
out about it, and at a cost they can afford as well.
Brilliant, Graham, brilliant. Yeah, and I hope you're all doing okay with these crazy times, with the pandemic and all that.
Yeah, it's tough for everybody, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm fortunate in the fact that I work from home and I can
yeah,
I'm still a coach, so I can coach people on Zoom and
very
work with
good.
people like that. My wife runs her own business as well, which unfortunately had to shut for 12 weeks, but
Oh God,
she's managed to survive it, and she's just started to open up again. So
brilliant,
yes,
brilliant.
it's tough, but it's not just tough for us; it's tough for everybody. And
Yeah,
I send my thoughts and my prayers out to everybody around the world who's struggling in whatever way, whether it be
of
they're
course.
getting ill or whether they're struggling
Mm,
financially or
yeah,
just worried about their families that they can't go and see.
yeah, of course, Graham. It's very tough, very tough. Yeah. On a lighter note, we're going to do a few songs for us today. Are you going to probably do a bit of music today?
I can talk you through some music. I'm not sure I can sing for you. I'm
Oh,
not a
I'm sorry.
music singer, honestly.
I made a mistake. Sorry, I thought you were going to do a tune. Sorry about that.
Blimey, no, I mean, I was in a band a few years ago, but
Okay.
I'm not the singer. I played guitar and that, but I'll gladly talk to you about music. Is one of my passions,
Oh,
absolutely.
cool. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Well, who's your favorite band? Who would your favorite band be?
Oh, now could I pick a favorite? I'm not sure I could pick one favorite. I'm a rock person, so I
Yeah,
like
brilliant,
anything from
brilliant.
a bit softer like Bon Jovi, and I like
Yeah,
anything up to Disturbed or Slipknot or anything along those lines. So anything rock and metal is my kind of bag.
great, great. And have you been to many of the concerts to see Bon Jovi? Have you seen Bon Jovi a couple of
I've
times?
seen them a few times. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to saw them in Hyde
Yeah.
Park when there was about 100,000 people stood around us, and
Wow.
seen them at various different venues. And yeah, I used to go to the Download Festival many years ago with my best friend. So we've seen
Mm,
no end of bands there from
yeah,
Disturbed
yeah,
to Linkin Park and Motley Crue. You
yeah,
name it, I've seen them.
yeah. Bon Jovi are a great live, aren't they? They're a great live band.
They are phenomenal
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
I
yeah.
first saw them years ago. I went up to, believe it or not, the Britannia Stadium in Stoke, which isn't
Okay,
generally a place you'd find at a Bon Jovi concert, but they held one there. That was the first
okay.
time I saw them, and they were just awesome. I just
Great.
remember the moment they came on stage, this big smile going on my face, and me not being able to take it off for about a month afterwards. So
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. What about you two? Do you like you two?
I don't mind some of the YouTube, some of the older stuff, sort of the
Yeah,
Joshua
same here. Yeah,
Tree
yeah,
type
yeah,
period.
yeah.
Some of their more recent stuff, not really for me, but yeah, I don't mind some of the older stuff certainly.
Yeah, yeah. There's a really good band if you have a chance to check them out. They're a Dublin band called Aslan. Have you ever heard of them?
I haven't. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, it's really
Aslan.
some.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I should check it out. They're really good. Like really good songs. Like they're actually gone around the years, but yeah, they like only for like I've been a big fan of them. Like they love doing pub gigs. You know, like they love stadiums, but they love the intimate pub gigs as well, which is
Yeah.
it's great. Like you can go and see them for free at some points,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
but no, it's really good. And yeah, Metallica. Do you like Metallica?
I do, yeah. Metallica
Yeah.
are a very good band. Again, some of their older stuff, though, some of their
Yeah,
newer stuff, I'm not so
yeah,
keen on, but some of their older stuff, and
mm,
yeah, they just had this great way of turning fairly simple rock into anthemic rock.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was, yes, all right, yeah. Of course, they could play, and the solos were flying, and all of that. But actually, if you listen to it, it's fairly simple rock that they just turn into these lovely riffs
mm,
that became these anthems. Enter
yeah.
Sandman, that sort of stuff.
Oh, what a
They're
song!
just
Yeah, it's great.
anthems. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Like nothing else matters with a song as well.
Oh, what a song!
Yeah, it's
Absolutely,
great,
what a song!
great.
The
Yeah,
guitar riff behind that is just wonderful.
incredible. Yeah, great.
Absolutely.
Excuse me.
No,
Just
no problem at all.
yeah. And so yeah, like, have you ever been to Slane? Did you ever come over to Ireland to any gigs in Slane?
No,
That's
I
one of
wish I had done. I know there's been some absolute monster gigs over there, and I
yeah,
wish I had
yeah.
done, but no, it's not something I've managed to do.
Yeah, yeah. Because we were meant to go see Guns N' Roses concert this year, but obviously everything's cancelled now for the moment. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a shame, and
Yeah.
I really hope that the arts industry as a whole can get back on its feet.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. Yeah.
I love going to the theatre and stuff like that. And actually, one of the best shows I've seen in the theatre was I went and saw American Idiot, the Green Day
Oh, brilliant! That was
theatre
great.
experience, and it was
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful. I saw it a couple of times, absolutely brilliant. And of course, things like that are now slowly dying off because the little theatres that hold stuff like that are really struggling.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping they come back.
A lot of this stuff has moved online as well. A lot of these bands are doing YouTube or Facebook gigs at the moment. I think you have to pay 10 quid or something like that. But I haven't got a chance to check them out. But I've been really busy with the podcast, and I've been writing a book, and all this stuff kind of came from NLP. It's unbelievable. Like to get you going at different stuff. It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can connect NLP so much with music because
Yeah.
when you're looking at NLP and you look at things like metaphors in NLP,
Yeah.
music use metaphors all the time. Highway to Hell, AC/DC is a metaphor. Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, it's a metaphor. If you want to go into sort of poppy stuff, again, some guys from your country, Life is a Roller Coaster. Was that Ronan Keating? I think.
Yeah, Ronan Keating. Yeah. Yeah.
Such wonderful metaphors. As much as don't get me wrong, it's not my type of music, but the metaphors that NLP talk about are used so much in music, and the repetition, the language being repeated. Everybody knows if somebody comes up and says, whoa, we're halfway there, whoa, everybody knows that Living on a Prayer is going next. It's that repetition. That's basic NLP.
It's like I do a bit of DJing, and like you'd be doing Brian Adams' Summer of '69, and then straight after that, Living on a Prayer goes really well together. There are actually people are just waiting for the next song to come on.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're great songs that I look at. Far be it from me to criticize the music of today because I sound really old when I do that, and my parents did that when I was younger. But I look at the music of today and I think, is it going to be around in 20, 30 years time? Like, Bon Jovi and Bryan Adams and stuff like that, Metallica, all of that. They've all stood the test of time. The Stones are still out there touring when they're at a. But I don't see the current music of today being able to do that. So
yeah, that was great to stay at home concert at the Rolling Stones done, wasn't it? It was really good.
Absolutely, just phenomenal, and to be able to pull something like that together is just amazing.
Great, yeah, great. Because like even as you say about the older music, like when I'm doing a gig, let's say a DJ gig, you always go to the oldies. It's always the older music that everybody reacts to, irrespective if it's a 21st or whatever. It always goes back to the kind of the classic stuff,
It does absolutely. I was in a covers band in and around Peterborough where I live, and anything sort of 50s, the Kinks and that sort of stuff, people would love. 70s rock, then into Bon Jovi and that sort of stuff. People used to love that. You try and do some of the newer stuff, and they're like, this is all right. But they dive into the full on, the older stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. What band was it? What band were you in there? What was the name of the band?
We were called the Rocket Dogs,
Oh, very good.
and we were around for about 5 years. And unfortunately, my best friend was the lead singer, and he passed away. So
Oh, sorry to hear that.
it kind of brought everything to a standstill and everything to a stop. And
Yeah,
it's playing live music, just doesn't quite seem the same without him stood next to me.
God,
So,
yeah, yeah,
but we had some great times, and we've got there's some videos up on YouTube that people can
yeah,
watch. There's a few bands called the Rocket Dogs. You just have to find the ones with us in it. But we
yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed what we did.
Brilliant.
We enjoyed doing the pub gigs, and also, if you got the chance at bigger stages, we have a beer fest here in Peterborough that's the second biggest in the country.
Oh, wow.
And we
Yeah.
got to play on that stage, and it was just fantastic. There was about, I don't know, 2,000 people stood in front of us. It was just awesome.
That must have been a great experience. Yeah, I'd
It
love
was.
that. Because
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, because we started a band there last year, called the Crafty Clowns, and
Yeah.
we've been gigging in a few places in Dublin. But I could only imagine like what it'd be like to play in front of a crowd like that. It must be great.
Wonderful, just
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah. Was it all like covers, or was it original stuff as well that you did?
Just covers. It was about going out and having a bit of fun. It wasn't about making a career out of anything like that. It was a Friday or a Saturday night in a pub.
Brilliant.
People singing along with us and
Right.
having some fun with it.
Were you a singer, or what was the what were you, a guitarist, or?
I was the guitarist. Yeah, well, one
class.
of the guitarists. We had two of them. So yeah,
very good.
We had the same vocals.
Yeah, we did the same in our band. 2 guitarists. I think Tin Lizzy had 2 guitarists as well, didn't they?
They did. Yeah, we were very lucky. In Peterborough, we used to be held a Thin Lizzy or a Phil Lynott tribute gig.
Okay.
And one of the guys knew his mum, and his mum used to fly over from Ireland to Peterborough and visit the gig. So I got to meet Philomena Lynott and play in front of her and all sorts. That's a memory I'll keep for a long, long time.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, yeah, because one of my favourite bands from back in the day, Tin Lizzy. Great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just want to commend you again on like yourself as a teacher. Absolutely brilliant. Like, really good. I was actually only doing the bit of the course last night, and it's really helpful. Like the meta model stuff is great, and isn't it? Really is.
It is, and it's I can't even imagine where they started to put that together. The creators of NLP, but the fact that they took the time and the effort to do it really does change people's lives.
Yeah.
When you really understand what's going on up in our heads, and the language and that we use, it can really change people's lives.
Yeah.
And I huge respect for all the time and the effort they put into that.
Yeah, and the thing about anchors as well is really strong as well. Like making an anchor for yourself is really good as well.
Absolutely. If you can have something that and you can create as many as you want, but if you can have a chain of anchors that just make you feel good, that first thing in the morning you can fire off an anchor that just lifts your energy and lifts your spirit and makes you feel good. What a way to start the day. And that's just an effective use of them. Yeah,
brilliant. Because I tried it on the podcast because I haven't had a chance to practice with anybody. So I tried a little bit, like what you taught me, and a few of my friends said, "Oh, that was really good, like really helpful." And I was like, "Wow, this is my first time trying this, and it was good, like."
Awesome, fantastic. So you're reaching out to people, which is great. If you can spread the word and help other people a little bit, then that's the perfect way to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Because my own mom suffers a bit with depression, so it's good to be able to help her a bit as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But no, like, thanks a million. I can't thank you enough for the course and the experience.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having me on and chatting about music, because you could probably tell it's a passion of mine.
yeah, big time. Yeah, big time. And is there anything else that I haven't asked you'd like to say, like with about bands that you like and your favorite kind of music? Or
to be honest, I hope live music makes a rebirth, if you like, a comeback, because I can listen to CDs and I can listen to, I say CDs, it's digital downloads these days. I'm sounding old again there, Mark. I do apologise.
Mine as well. I'm your brother.
So I can listen to them all you like, but when you go to a gig and you stood there and you're actually watching people play live and you're getting involved in the crowd, that's just such a buzz. And I really hope that sort of thing makes a comeback. And
I will indeed.
People suffer. It's got to, hasn't it?
Yeah, it will. Yeah. But you've written a few books as well. Have you written a few books there recently, or?
Recently, the one I wrote recently was called Life Evolution: 37 Ways to Change Your Life.
Okay.
And that went out on Amazon, and people seem to be really enjoying what I've written in there. I've tried to make the 37 ways to change your life. You don't have to follow all 37. You just follow one or two, and they can help. And they're simple to use tools and techniques and things to do to really make a difference in your life. And
brilliant. Yeah,
that's kind of what the book was all about.
Yeah, the best of luck with it. Like, if you want to send me the link, and I can put it on the notes, like, for the show, you know.
I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Yeah, I can promote it for you, you know, because as I said, no problem. I done a book there last year. It's kind of a kids book where I've got 3 kids, so I've made up stories over the last couple of years, you know, from bedtime stories. So I compiled them into a book, and I think it sounds okay. Like, I'm happy with it, you know, but it's kind of, is it difficult to kind of get it published, the book? I'd say it's probably tricky enough, is it?
To be honest, to self-publish it on Amazon is really quite easy.
Okay.
If you go and search KDP Amazon, which is Kindle Direct Publishing,
Okay.
and you create your own account in there, and they give you a download that you put down onto your laptop, and you copy and paste it into there, and it pretty much just does everything for you.
Wow.
And then you get it up onto Amazon, and you can sell it either as on the Kindle product, or you can sell it as a printed version.
I never knew that. Like, God, that's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even know. Yeah, so that's all I did, and that's how I created that. So you can create all of the graphics and everything inside that app, and away you go.
That's brilliant, isn't it? My God,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Graham. Yeah, I must look into that. Yeah, but yeah, that's helpful for the listeners as well if they're looking to put a book together. You know, I must actually download that book as well. Like, you know, like, it's so easy now for to get books online, isn't it? Like Amazon and.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it's easy to publish them, and it's easy to get hold of them and read them, which is what you want if you want that knowledge. You know, the days of having to wait until you can get in town to go out to a bookstore, into Waterstones or whatever, and grab a book.
I know, yeah.
No, it's just like yeah, right, there you go, that's that all done.
And it's so easy on your phone, like when you're just sitting down reading it in a bus or wherever it is, like, you know. Absolutely. But I'm reading a book at the moment called Carol Dweck, Mindset. Have you read that one?
I haven't. No, I've not read that one.
It's really good. Like, it's really good book. I recommend that. But
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, but listen, thanks again for coming on the podcast, Graham. Yeah,
you're very welcome, Mark. It's been great to meet you.
Yeah, I might just ask you a couple of questions before you go. A couple of questions I ask all the guests when I have them on.
Absolutely.
So what's your favorite author or favorite book you've read to date, or do you have a favorite?
I have a few. I think Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer is a hell of a book. And it really will change your life if you read that book and you take on what he suggests. And probably something a lot like Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. Again, in fact, saying that's sat right there on my windowsill. So without a doubt.
I was reading the other one by Tony Robbins, Unleash the Joint there over the last while. Yeah, it's very good as well, isn't it? And,
absolutely.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, and so I know he's talking about music around, but who would your favorite band be, or favorite band ever?
Of all time, I should imagine it's probably got to be Bon Jovi. They're the ones that I hooked into from a young age and have followed through their career and that sort of thing. So yeah, I would imagine it's got to be Bon Jovi.
Brilliant. Yeah, same as yourself. And probably so that your favorite movie. What would you have a favorite movie?
Ooh, good question. I like kind of dramas and thrillers. So something like A Few Good Men.
Oh, what
with
film,
Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise, I think is awesome.
Classic. Yeah, big time. And if you could live anywhere else in the world, bar where you live now, where would it be?
I love the Greek island of Kos. About 9 years ago, my wife and I went on honeymoon there, and we keep going back time and time again, and it's a wonderful island. The people are just so lovely, no matter where you go, whatever shop, whatever bar, cafe you go into, they're just really nice people, and the island is absolutely beautiful. So that would probably be where I'd end up.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I'll have to take a visit to that some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. yeah, that's it really. Thanks very much for taking the time today for the podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the experience of talking to you. Like, you're a bit of a mentor to me, so.
Oh, bless. Well, thank you for that. And yeah, thank
Yeah.
you for inviting me on. Anytime I can chat about music and stuff like that, then I'm in, I promise you, because
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
I'm sorry I got the words crossed. I thought you were going to do a song. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay, no problem. Believe me, your listeners don't want to hear me sing. I might have done some backing vocals in my group, but they don't want to hear me sing. I promise you that.
But listen, thanks very much, Graham, and take care of yourself. Okay, and hope so well as well. Yeah.
You too, Mark. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Graham. Take care. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Graham.